Hello!
Hello!
And welcome to the first world building live stream that we are doing.
Yeah, as part of this experiment. Well, the first one we're ever doing, really, of world building. Yeah.
So for those of you who might not be fully aware, I do not have all of those notes. I should have had those notes. Excuse me. I get those notes.
The movie magic.
Yes. Yes, first of all, hello. I'm Markus.
I'm Matilda. The wife. The husband. That's the wrong way. That's the husband.
Yes, I'm the husband.
I'm not married to this wall.
Cool. You're also not married to Squitch.
No, but you can barely see him.
Okay.
Yes.
Hello.
We have writing buddies.
Yeah.
Or moral support or something.
Yes.
Yes.
So, yes, we are going to write a book together.
Yes.
We have decided.
Yes.
And to help us plot and world build for this book, we are doing these live streams where you guys are going to help us plot and world build for these books. And
books plural?
This book.
That's more than I knew. I feel like you're tricking me into something here.
No. And yes, so yesterday we plotted a bit, and we are going to just do a quick recap of what we concluded, and then we are going to start doing some world building based on the plotting we did yesterday.
Yes. Which, to be fair, we also ended up doing a fair bit of world building yesterday as part of the plotting, but we will jump off from where we left off.
Yes.
Yes.
And we're probably also gonna veer into some plotting today because there's not a firm line between the two.
No. Yeah.
First of all, though, who do we have in the chat? I know there are some people watching, potentially not a lot yet, but
I am one of them.
Yes.
I'm watching.
Yay! So am I. But how are you guys doing? Are you here? Were you here yesterday, or are you just finding us now? Or are you excited? Do you want to world build?
Yeah.
In the meantime, while you guys answer that, I'm going to pull up this little summary of what we did yesterday. And I'm going to read it to you because I do that.
Yes, you do. You do it beautifully.
Thank you.
No pressure.
Thank you. So we have a fantasy world with humans, shapeshifters, and elementals. Those are the creatures that we know right now exist. The elementals have the shape of half human and half animal. Potentially, there's that's what we said yesterday anyway.
Yeah.
We'll figure out more today. And the shapeshifters, they live on the sea, and they are called pirates by the humans, even though they might not do piracy, but humans don't like them, so they call them pirates.
Yeah.
Maybe. Who knows? And the human ruler of a specific country, we don't know how many countries there are or anything like that, but the human ruler of this country has in the past few years or decades been making anti-shapeshifter laws because they don't like shapeshifters. We don't know if they've made anti-elemental ones too. We didn't really say much about that yesterday, if I recall.
Yeah. Also,
anyone who was here yesterday, if I've missed anything in the summary, please let us know, because I might have.
Yeah.
And one of the younger siblings of this ruler has married a shapeshifter and has children with them, maybe just one child. We don't know that either. And this country has a tradition or a law where the heir to the throne has to do some sort of mission or quest to be eligible to actually inherit.
Mm-hmm.
And usually it's a formality or it's very easy to do this. But this generation has been failing one person after the other. And they have either been dying or they have been disappearing, or I thought of this after the stream yesterday, maybe they haven't actually died or disappeared, but they have failed and come back, so they're still alive.
Yeah.
That could be,
Could be a version of it.
Could be a version of it.
Yeah.
We'll see. And is now the potentially oldest half shapeshifter, niece or nephew of the ruler. It's their turn to do the mission.
Mm.
And we don't know, they might not want to be a ruler, And either way, the current ruler absolutely does not want this person to be a ruler because they're half shapeshifter, and shapeshifters are evil. And we also said that there was going to be an elemental character who might be a friend to the half shapeshifter, but we didn't get much further than that with the characters.
Yeah. Yeah, and like you brought up now, which I'm completely blanking on what you just said like 30 seconds ago.
Okay.
That you had a thought of if the other heirs hadn't died but just failed and were still around.
Yeah.
I also had an idea yesterday after the stream ended, of I'm thinking if the ruler's, for lack of a better word, lesser sibling, like a sibling further down the line, married someone who is an elemental, the sibling is not that high up in the hierarchy, especially not if their siblings have started having kids and are ahead of them in the succession order. Either way, they might still have married someone from the shapeshifter side who is not just a commoner, who is
high ranking in someone.
Exactly. And maybe what would happen if the main character that we're going to have, who is the unwanted heir for the kingdom, also ends up being the heir to the shapeshifter country, community, way of life sort of thing. That is more plot than world building, but I figured I'd put that out there and see if anyone thinks that's an interesting idea that we should maybe explore.
We have Violet in the chat. Hello, welcome back. You were here yesterday.
Yes, you are.
Did we miss anything, or is this what you remember us concluding as well?
Is it a good conclusion, or did we just like sewn in on the wrong things? The important things was the elementals, and we're like, ooh, this little person who is a shapeshifter.
Yeah. Also, everyone who's here right now, don't forget to hit the like button for the chat, or for the chat.
Like the chat.
Like the chat. Hit the like button for the stream, because that way more people might be able to find this stream, and we want as many people as possible to help us do this world building thing.
Cool.
No?
Yeah.
That's not what we want?
Yeah, sure. I mean, the more work that you guys do, the less I have to do. I don't world build, so...
Yes. And regarding the world building, I'm thinking based on what we concluded yesterday, the things we need to world build are... It's okay. Are the different species, the elementals and the shapeshifters, above all, a little bit about the human country, and above all the human country's like inheritance, who inherits the throne, what is that, what do you have to do, and also relationships between all of these species. Also maybe the magic system, because the elementals were supposed to have magic, and so are the shapeshifters, maybe somehow. I
mean, they can shapeshift, which I imagine it's, if it's not magic, it's at least science, chemistry, hair dye.
Yes.
All shapeshifters are actually hairdressers.
We're only gonna take ideas that we are both excited about and use in the story. Just as a reminder, for no particular reason.
No, it's fine. I mean, it's the reason we've put off doing this kind of experiment and challenge until almost a year into our marriage.
Because now we get along, or because now,
I don't know.
Okay.
There was a joke in there somewhere. Yes. Those are a lot of things to world build, and we're probably going to go for about 2.5 hours today at most. And so we don't expect to have gone through all those things today.
No, at least not in detail.
No.
I'm thinking maybe we can do some I mean, we'll see if we get really, really into something. We'll work most on that. But I'm hoping to touch at least a little bit on all of these things.
Yeah.
And I'm also thinking maybe we should refrain from spending too much time on something that we don't think is actually going to be important for the plot.
True.
Because that's...
Yeah. I'm also just pulling up the Google Docs that I shared yesterday. I'm just going to put in the 2 suggestions that we now... Oh, you were also in it. Cool.
Yeah, that's where we have this...
That's where you're at. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put in what if the MC is the heir to 2 thrones?
No.
Or if it's not a throne, then they get elected to run the shapeshifters or
No.
something. And what did you say? You said
That maybe the other heirs
right.
aren't dead or gone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I also had. Well, I'm gonna get to that because that's a world building thing. We are going to do the world building in World Anvil.
Yes.
Which is a really good world building tool that when I started creating this world in it yesterday after the stream, I realized that I haven't been using, like, I didn't think I'd been using it a lot, but I realized that I have actually used it even less than I thought.
Oh.
So I know even less about it. So
enjoy.
Yes. Does anyone else know World Anvil well? If you do, and if I'm struggling, please let me know what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah, I will be of no help. Unless I see the button that you're supposed to click and you just don't see it, then I can help. But I have no idea about World Anvil.
Yeah.
Is it possible to zoom in a little bit on that page because it's quite small in the live?
I mean, I should be able to just do this.
Yeah, that's better. That's better.
Yeah.
Thank you. I can't fully read it, but that might just be my eyes, or the fact it's maroon text on a beige background. So
maybe. If you guys can't read, we'll fix it somehow.
Yeah. Well then.
Yeah.
Where do we start, Mr. World Builder?
Wherever we want.
Toss a coin. Toss a coin. Flip a coin.
Toss a coin to your Witcher.
I wasn't gonna.
We haven't seen that show, by the way.
I have.
You have?
I watched a couple episodes.
Oh, okay. Then.
It was very confusing. And I suppose he's hot. I don't know. I wasn't that into him.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, chat, does anyone have a suggestion for where we start? Actually, if I do it like that, you can see more.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
So these are basically the things I have put in that I want to world build. So we have all of the elementals. I think there's one that keeps disappearing.
Yeah, I'm gonna scroll back.
Yeah.
We have water, air, fire, earth, mist, smoke, rock, electric, fairy, which I just put in because it's a Pokemon.
Yeah.
Plant and metal. So
yeah, that was too fast. I don't have air here for some reason. I'm not sure why.
No.
Because if I go to, this is now also too big, so I yeah. Go to elementals here. I have air elementals here, so I don't know why it's not.
Okay. Because I have air, water.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
Earth.
Yeah.
Mist.
Yeah.
Smoke.
Yeah.
Rock.
I think I didn't put that in because I figure earth and rock is maybe the same thing.
Yeah. Electric.
Yeah.
Fairy, which I'm gonna strike fairy and I'm gonna strike rock.
Yeah.
Just to.
Yeah, I ignored fairy because they're not Pokemon.
They're not Pokemon. And then I have electric we did, right?
Yeah.
And then I have plant and metal.
Yeah. Then I have all of those here, but for some reason air isn't here. I mean, you can't see air, so.
True. It's just sticking to yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. All right. Hello, Ayana. You almost made it on time. I agree.
Yeah.
We haven't gone very far.
No.
We recapped yesterday and said that we were going to use World Anvil. And I said that I was going to sit back and let you guys world build. So Markus didn't like that idea.
I mean, we are only using ideas that we're both excited about. So I need you to at least show excitement when you're excited.
Okay. Then. Whee!
Okay.
All right.
So, sorry?
No. I just said all right.
Okay. Do we want to start by world building elementals or the shapeshifters or the human country or their what the quest is?
I mean, from where I'm coming from,
Yeah.
starting with the elementals seems like the wrong place
Mm-hmm.
because they are not central to the plot the way we have the plot right now.
No.
They exist and they are part of the world and they do things, but the MC is a shapeshifter or half shapeshifter and half human. So either the quest or like the human country.
Yeah.
Something like that, maybe.
Yeah, because I mean it is Violet is saying the monarchy.
Yeah.
Which I agree with because that is the point of the plot as we know it right now is the monarchy. It is who is gonna inherit. So it makes sense to figure that out first.
Yeah. All right, then let's start with the human country.
Yeah.
Da-da-da.
Human country. So far, we know that it's a human country. The ruler of this country has to go through the quest of the heir before ascending the throne. And the current ruler hates shapeshifters and has been making a lot of anti-shapeshifter laws.
Yeah.
That is what we know.
And it's a geopolitical country.
Yes. Yeah, that was the thing I struggled with yesterday, figuring out how to create a country in World Anvil. If anyone is curious, a country is not a location. It is an organization.
Sure.
Which makes sense in a way because
it's
not geographical as such. It's something created by humans, but it took me a while to find it.
Yeah, no. Fair enough. Well, okay, what do we know about this country? It has water. Like if we talk geographically, it has water.
Yeah.
On at least one border because the pirates and the mermaids.
Yeah. There we go. Can remove that bit to make this a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I helped.
It has a coast.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
we were going to focus on the monarchy.
Okay.
That was the point.
Fine.
Just gonna put that up here so we are not forgetting what we're doing.
Yeah.
So it has a ruler, and the ruler is not chosen.
No, because that's the thing I started thinking about too. They'll also have cookies. I'm gonna that's what I do. What if it's more of a? There is such a thing as like an elective monarchy, right? Elective is the wrong word, but like.
I mean, yeah.
You rule as the king or queen. That's what you're called.
Yeah.
But you're elected, or have to, in this case, fight off things.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, our first king in Sweden was elected.
True. That is a route we could take.
Yeah.
Just putting that out there in case people haven't thought of it.
Yeah. Hello, binary. Welcome. Yeah, but if they're elected, then why would who chose the half shapeshifter to be?
Yeah, no, that's entirely fair.
Yeah. Sorry, I need a little bit more honey in my tea.
Cool. So it's an inheritable monarchy. That's not what it's called.
Yes.
There's a succession order.
The ruler. First of all, I want to say that it can be either a man or a woman.
Yeah. Yep. Any and all genders.
It can also be non-binary and all of that. So, the inheritance goes like from what we've said. It seems that it goes from the current ruler to the current ruler's children, and then to the current ruler's siblings' children.
Exactly.
And not to the siblings.
Exactly. The siblings are crossed out as soon as someone is crowned.
Yeah.
It seems like.
So, what's the word I'm looking for?
Succession?
Yes, the line of succession. Ruler, rulers, children, rulers, nieces, and nephews.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I assume rulers, rulers' children, rulers' grandchildren.
Mm.
And nieces and nephews, and then siblings of the ruler. Because they
Yeah.
have to be somewhere.
I suppose, yeah.
If all the children and grandchildren are gone,
Yeah.
it probably goes to a sibling.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm.
What else do you want to know, guys?
I like though, like if we look at our own monarchy that we have,
Yeah.
that wouldn't go to children, grandchildren, nieces, and nephews. That would go children, grandchildren, children.
Huh?
We have a king currently.
Yeah.
His oldest daughter is in line.
Yeah.
And then it's her daughter
Yeah.
and siblings. If all those were wiped out, it would go to the king's second born.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our way of doing it.
Yeah.
But it's not the only way of doing it. There
Yeah.
are, like, many monarchies have had very different. In some monarchies, it hasn't gone to the ruler's children first. It has gone to the siblings first.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. And I feel like the most common, because the quest of the heir
Yeah.
has been a thing for a while. That's not just instated now, I assume.
I assume so too. I would believe that is sorry. I would believe that is a tradition, a long-standing tradition.
Yeah. But usually, like, the first or second person in line has become the heir.
Yes.
Or has, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to engage the chat a little bit. Where are we at? We are... The question is, should we try to figure out the quest, actually?
Sure.
Because that is the thing that our main character is going to be doing.
Mm.
Yeah?
Sure.
Chat, what do you think? We want your input. That's the point of this. Come on.
We're writing this book for you guys.
Yes.
No.
Well, I'm gonna save this and go to the quest of the air. Yeah, because this is a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm?
I had a thinking here, because this is a quest or mission that the heir to the throne of this particular country has to do in order to actually be eligible to ascend the throne.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially has something to do with the elementals.
Mm-hmm.
We said that before, traveling to their territories. And I had this thought.
Ooh.
That if you pick a territory or you like feel drawn to a specific territory,
Mm-hmm.
and that, at least maybe according to legend, is supposed to set the tone for what your dynasty is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So that if you go to the air elementals, then you are going to be someone who is hard on crime. If you go to the earth elementals, you're going to be one that cares for the poor. If you're going to do this, you're going to be strong in war and like that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound... Do you like it? Do chat like it? Does chat like it?
I kind of like it. I'm a little bit I don't know. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little bit wondering if like, because I like the idea of like you have to be approved by those elementals then.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm an heir to the throne, I feel connected to fire elementals, and then I go to the fire elementals, and they're like, no. And then I, either that's what strikes me, or I get to try another one.
Mm-hmm.
A connection between that instead, and they have to approve of you ruling them or something. I don't know.
Because that's a thing we have to consider as well. Is this country are the elementals also this person's subjects?
That's true.
Or are they allies, or are they just around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Violet liked the idea. Yeah, like each stand for something, like a political party or Hogwarts house. Yeah.
It's just a lot of things for them to stand for. Like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 9 different elementals here, at least.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but it can be. I don't. We don't have to figure out what all of them stand for.
No.
And it could be a like, I don't know, maybe instead of them actually standing for something, it's rather like, well, all of the rulers that have led us greatly in war have been approved by
the metal elementals. Yeah.
And so if the country is about to go to war, and you are the heir, or the person who wants to be the heir, you go to them and ask for their
blessing.
Yeah. But I don't know, chat, what do you guys think about the idea of the elementals approving the heir? Because I don't know, I'm wondering if that gives them too much power.
Yeah. I also started thinking, though, of them a bit like, for lack of a better word, a zodiac, or it being cyclical. Like every 9th ruler, either every 9th ruler, if you have 9 elementals, every 9th ruler is supposed to be water, and then the one after is fire, like cyclical, every 9 rulers. Or every 9th year is the year of the fire, the year of water, the year of plants, and so on. Which may or may not have historical, every year the plants has been a good year for farming or something like that. I don't know. I started thinking of that angle too, though.
Yeah.
That could work.
Yeah.
Also, I know we were saying yesterday that the ruler that the MC might be replacing, but then we sort of veered off into it being the MC's quest, but whatever. Wanted to like control the elementals and collect and use them against neighboring countries and stuff. Maybe it could instead be that the elementals control different parts of life. Like the water elementals control water. They will give you rain or drought, which is, I guess, the opposite. And so on. And if the fire elementals are unhappy, they will burn down your forests and they will mess up your crops and all that. And if they're happy, they'll just give you a nice warm climate where things can grow and so on. Maybe, I don't know how that ties into the ruler being mad with the half shapeshifter, but maybe the job as ruler, on top of, making sure your subjects are happy and not trying to dethrone you, is also keeping all the elementals happy. I'm making it about elementals now, aren't I? But I don't know. I was just thinking that maybe the ruler is just angry at a neighboring country and doesn't want to have shapeshifter taking over, but is like on a good footing with the elementals. That's more plot than this. Whatever. Sorry.
I don't know. Violet's saying that in real life there are a lot of political parties, but only a few ever in power.
Mm-hmm.
The elemental should want to be chosen as the winner. Do you mean so the heir or the ruler then chooses which elemental they want
like co-rule with?
their help?
Yeah.
They want to be their patrons for patrons. And like I don't know. So in order to be the ruler, you need to have at least one elemental group behind you.
Mm-hmm. And the more you have, the stronger you are as a ruler.
Yeah, could be.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it could be also then that most... Okay, I haven't finished this thought.
That's what we're doing here.
Yes. If most rulers say, choose, well, I want the fire elementals on my side because they are the most powerful ones.
Mm-hmm.
But where was I going?
I got a thought now, but you may finish yours first.
I don't know. I gotta think that somehow this country and this ruler
Mm-hmm.
is the thing that keeps balance among the elementals.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow, I don't know how, but and then maybe they have to go to each territory like of all the elementals and ask for their blessing.
Approval, blessing. Yeah.
And what the other heirs have failed to do is to get all of them behind them.
Exactly. Yeah, that I like that. I also had another idea.
Yeah.
Which is different. No, I had an idea because you said something that each ruler has chosen the fire elemental because those are the strongest, the most powerful, something. Now I started thinking I started picturing like a gladiator's arena, and each of the eligible heirs have gotten to, I don't want to say adopt, but like each have an elemental that they send in to fight for their right to rule. And like we have all this fire going on, they have one water, just like gonna extinguish that fire. Oh, look, they're powerful. I liked your idea better. Maybe it was easier to maybe, yeah.
I'm mostly like your idea makes it sound. I've never really liked the idea of gladiators or like we are sending these creatures in to fight
for us,
each other for now.
Yeah, no, but I like yours, and if the main character then has to go around getting approval from each group of elementals, each type, I like that. And then we also get to see a lot of different, for lack of a better word, territories as well. But then the question is, like, can a ruler or an heir, I suppose, can an heir still ascend the throne being only backed by like 5 elementals, 5 different kinds of elementals? Or do they need the whole 9? Or like when do they fail?
Yeah.
It's my question.
That is a good question.
Yeah.
Because
I'm thinking it could also be, I know we've said that the previous the people earlier in line have failed or died or however choose to do that. And now it's the MC's turn to hopefully come back victorious. But it could also be that they're all sent out at once, and then they have to complete this quest of getting the backing of as many different kinds of elementals as possible in 3 months' time. And whoever returns with the most becomes the ruler. Because then that would be presumably the most balanced ruler is the wrong word. You get what I mean?
I think so.
Yeah. And so you like if you go out and you only say the MC goes out, knows nothing about how the other people are doing, and like, oh, I only collected 6. I'm not gonna get to ascend the throne. And then they come back and no one else has managed more than 4. Oh, okay.
But that would then require the MC to want to do this.
True.
Which
Hello,
we could. Hello, Amy.
We're talking about elementals right now.
Okay, so what we're trying to do, really, is to figure out what this quest is that the heir to the throne has to do. That we said yesterday that they have to do something in order to ascend the throne, and all of the other heirs this generation have failed, and now it's our half shapeshifter their turn.
Yeah.
And we're trying to figure out what this quest actually entails.
I wonder, also an unfinished thought. You said that the MC must want to do this, otherwise they would just be like, oh, no, I'm not going to convince anyone, and then go on with their merry life.
Yeah.
Raise the stakes by making it so that all the other heirs are imprisoned or killed, so that all of the elementals are forced to swear allegiance to the new ruler. No?
Huh?
Okay. Say if we go with the version that they have to get as many elementals behind themselves as possible, and I come back and I have 5, and then someone else comes back and has 6. That person has the most backing. That person will become the new ruler. But I still have the backing of 5 different kinds of elementals. They like me. What is to say that I won't try to overthrow this new person and make myself the ruler? But however, if they get rid of me, I can't do that. And then everyone has to swear allegiance. I don't know.
I don't know, because I'm also wondering if we were to go with they need as many elementals on their side as possible, can the elementals say the fire elementals go like, yeah, you, yeah, sure, you too, yeah, you're good too.
They could back everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. What about if the elementals can only back 1 or 2 of the champions, the heirs? Yeah. And so because now I'm also thinking they all get sent out at the same time, but maybe not. If they're sent at the same time, 9 out of 10 head for the fire elementals and the metal elementals and the perceived strong and powerful ones. But the MC is like, I don't care. No. So they have to go somewhere, and they end up talking to the mist and the plant elementals. And say 10 heirs are sent out and 9 of them go to the fire and metal. Until the fire or metal hands their blessing to one of them or 2 of them, they're stuck there. They're going to fight. And if they have to draw blood, they will, just to prove that, well, now there's only 1 of me left. You can just give me your blessing. I don't know. Am I not making sense?
I don't know. I'm not sure I quite get it.
Okay. I'm thinking of this as a round map for some reason. And it's like a Trivial Pursuit thing with like cake slices. And here my 10 heirs, my 10 descendants, or however many there are, but go with 10, go forth, get the support of the elementals, and report back. And the 9 of them or something who aren't our MC are like, yes, I want to be the ruler. I know that fire is strong. I know that metal is strong, and I know that water is strong, if there is such a thing. I'm gonna go off straight to them. So like 9 people head into fire territory. Meanwhile, our MC is like, oh, I'm just gonna go look at some plants. You know? And the 9 that are off with the fire elementals, they have to prove themselves. They have to, I mean, I don't think the fire elementals will just be like, you. You know, I think they have to prove themselves to get that backing. And so only 1 or 2, depending on how many people they can back, will actually leave the fire territory being backed. Which takes up a lot of time, which means they can't rally many elementals at once. They just go for the strongest ones. Our MC is over looking at plants and then accidentally helps a forest nymph that got stuck in a rock somewhere. And, you know, they're like, oh, yeah, we're going to back you. And they're like, okay. I didn't actually want to be there. Like,
but if they don't want that, why are they going at all?
Yeah, that's a good point. Fine. Let's ignore what I said.
I'm going to just look at the chat. First of all, AV, yes, we were thinking that it's a tradition. It's always been this way. You always have to do this thing in order to be eligible to be the ruler. I really like Violet's suggestion that the elemental had to give their magic to the ruler, but the other heirs can't handle it. They have to be able to harness the power themselves to rule. And only a royal blood human can lend power this way.
Yeah.
Like, I like that because I'm just going to read AVs to be caught up. The MC could go out to get the elemental support as a means of helping their kingdom. Need the back of an elemental to prevent the war. And the MC's goal could be to help the kingdom and not necessarily be the ruler. Yeah. I mean, it could be if there's a crisis that the MC is like, yeah, but someone needs to do something about this.
Why is no one thinking about the crops?
Yeah. But going to, again, I really like this where, like, the ruler of this country
has magic then?
Has magic, or is like, in order to become the ruler, you have to go to each of the elementals and you have to gain their power. And either they, and what I'm thinking then is that they would, like, it would be as simple as going there, doing something like, I don't know, maybe just touching a rock and yay, you now have earth powers. If you can handle getting those powers.
Otherwise it kills you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what the other heirs have been doing, they have been going to all of these places and trying to get all of these powers, but they've all failed, either not gotten the powers or died trying or
Interesting. So it's a bit like a sword and a stone kind of thing.
A bit,
like,
yeah.
If you're, you have to be deserving of it to be allowed it, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can also imagine, I imagine people going around that different ways too. Of like, no, but I will fight you until you let me touch your rock, or whatever it is. Whereas others are more like, no, won't you please let me touch your rock?
I mean, it also depends. Maybe the elementals have, I mean, it could be as like in order to gain the mist power, you have to go through a forest full of mist and you have to find your way and not starve to death on the way.
Yeah.
And in order to get the fire thing, you have to jump over a volcano.
Yeah. No, but there are quests within the quest.
Yeah.
Sort of. I'm also just imagining like a little token that like each heir is given, and then like they fill it up with a little piece of each place. Again, like a true pursuit thing.
Yeah.
Like you get a little blue gem when you have the water, and you get a red gem when you have the fire, and then
Yeah. And yeah, if one combined these trials, and like, yes, I have now jumped over this volcano. Okay, I'm gonna touch this rock. I can't handle it. I die. Or wait, nothing's happening. I'm not getting these powers.
Exactly. Because you might succeed with the test of jumping over the volcano.
Yeah.
But maybe that's not the true test.
No.
The true test is friendship.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I never want to try to become a ruler of this kingdom. I don't want to jump over any volcanoes.
Yeah, but what AV said too, if you want extra motivation, you could make it a deadline. Everyone of royal blood needs to do this, or they will become sick and die when at a certain point.
Mm-hmm.
And like it could be, because I have this thing, and yeah, I am not a big fan of like bloodlines and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Just another era where we go apart. I feel like you don't like monarchies. I'm like, ooh, ball gowns.
I don't like monarchies.
Oh, okay, fine.
No, but I'm not. From a world building perspective, I'm not a fan of bloodlines because that. I mentioned that in my transgender writing videos, where like, yeah, but why can't you just adopt a child if you can't have a child, or maybe you don't want to have a child, but you can adopt one, or like,
True. And then if it's bloodlines, then that child is outside, like it doesn't count.
Yeah.
For those, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, this is magic. It doesn't have to care about blood. And I'm thinking, what if it's a thing that like, that it naturally happens. It's not every royal person has to do this, but it is that if there is no person who has all of these powers in your generation, at a certain point, either you just get the urge, like it's just a natural thing, you have to try this, you have like, or it's you're starting to get symptoms and realize that, okay, now I have 6 months to try to do this or I will die, because then not everyone has to do it at the same time. And it can be like, okay, if the oldest person of the generation or of the, because it could be that too, the oldest, instead of the, there we go. Instead of the line of succession being ruler, ruler's children, ruler's grandchildren, it can be the oldest of a generation. Okay.
This does also mean that only one person per royal generation survives.
Or that once, I was going to continue that, if the oldest person in that generation does all of these trials and gets all of these powers, they become the ruler, and magically none of the others start exhibiting these symptoms. None of the others have to do this.
Okay. But then, yeah. I mean, in the same generation, we're thinking everyone born in the same year.
No.
Everyone bigger than that.
Everyone in the generation.
And what entails a generation?
Everyone, like, the ruler and their siblings is one generation.
Okay.
Their children is the next generation.
Okay. So, I mean, that also means that there could be multiple people who are the same age within that generation.
Yeah.
There could be 15 people about to turn 18.
Yeah.
And have 6 months to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm thinking that when the oldest person in that generation becomes 18 or some other age, they start exhibiting the symptoms, or they get this urge. And then they have to do this. And if they fail, the next person.
Yeah. I mean, the thing I'm thinking about that, though, is they could be very close in age.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but I'm
If-
thinking it still doesn't happen.
Huh?
I'm thinking, say the oldest two are twins.
Yes.
The
Excellent example.
The older of the twins
Yeah.
they turn 18, they start exhibiting these symptoms, and
That means they have 6 months to do it.
yeah,
Yeah.
they try. After 4 months, they die because they fail to get the fire power. At that point, the younger twin, even though it's past their 18th birthday, but when this person is dead, the next person starts exhibiting these symptoms no matter their age, and as long as they've turned 18.
And they have another 6 months to go.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not like they only have 2 months left.
Well,
Because that was my problem. I was like, that's really unfair. Why couldn't you have left earlier? I have 3 days.
Yeah.
No?
So that's my thinking. Let's
Yeah, I'm gonna go close that blind in the meantime. As you can see, I'm
yes.
hello. I'll be right back.
Then the elementals can either give them the power of their element or remove it. Both results in you not dying by sickness. Yeah, you can either it it could be either you manage and you get the power, you manage the trial and you get the power, or you manage the trial but you still don't get the power, but the elementals heal you, or the fact that you manage the trials heals you. Or you manage the trial, try to get the power, but die.
Yeah. One way to make it more interesting. When now I have hiccups. I'm sorry.
Okay. Hello, Dal.
Hello, Dal. Welcome to hiccups. No, but I'm thinking, because like, okay, I'm jumping over this volcano. I made the jump. I didn't die. Check for the first thing.
Yeah.
I touched this rock or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I touched this rock. It didn't kill me. Check.
Yeah.
But maybe at that point, I don't know if I got the power or not.
Maybe.
So maybe you're like, oh, I survived. Both the jump and touching the thing. Do I have the power? I won't know until I've been around to all the places.
Uh-huh.
Maybe. Or maybe, I don't know, if you get the power of those elementals and like, now I can, I got the firepower, now I can use fire. Maybe you need that down the line.
Yeah.
You need the power to climb a mountain.
Yeah, but
Seems likely.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. I had a very similar thought.
Yeah.
That what happens when it's your turn is not that you start exhibiting any symptoms, but that you get a power.
Oh, you
And
get one of them.
You get one power, maybe not an elemental power, but a different power. You need that power in order to get through the mist trial. And then you get the mist power when you've done that, and you need both of these two to get through the next one.
Does that mean that everyone gets the same non-elemental power, or does what the power that they get make it starting over? Or does the power that they get, like if I wake up and I can see in the dark, that's my power, which isn't an elemental power. Then going through mist might be easy. I don't know.
Maybe.
But if I instead woke up and I could suddenly move objects with my mind, then I shouldn't go for mist from the start. I should go for earth.
Yeah.
I can move a mountain.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe, because it also makes sense that the trial is always different.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, like you always get the power to see in the dark. That means you always start by going through the dark tunnels to get to the ground elementals. But it's always the same route, so it means that, well, even if you can't see in the dark, well, I know that I'm going to take 5 steps that way because my older relative have told me this.
Yeah.
So if the thing is always different, then yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
And you wake up with a non-elemental power.
Yeah.
So then we have to figure out powers too.
Yes.
No, I like that.
Yeah.
And then the more you, I mean, that also makes sense because then you get the more powerful you get, the more powers you harness.
Yeah.
I should have said that in the opposite direction. The more powers you harness, the more powerful you get.
Yes.
Harnish? Is that a word? Harness. Not harnish.
Yes. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
The chat has been.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you're up there. Good.
Yeah. AV agrees that it would be more fun if it's something other than by bloodline. And in this, it doesn't really. We don't need to know what it is.
I mean, this also makes me think that maybe it's not just royal offspring, but we could have it be just in the royal family. We could do that.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, in a way, with this, anyone could wake up with a power one day.
Yeah.
For causes explained maybe in the world, in the story.
Yeah.
But maybe they don't have to be descendants of that.
Yeah, potentially. But that sort of ruins the... Well, no. Well, we'll get back to that.
Okay.
Dal showed up. Hello, Dal.
Hello.
Violet says they thought only royals
could harness power.
But anyone can.
Even an adopted shapeshifter.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's true. And that they could have made it a thing of bloodline where it's not actually.
And that way, that's kind of how they kept themselves in power too.
Yeah.
Even though, occasionally some people in some generations die off. Oh well. The royal family is still the core thing here. You need to be blood related. That's what they've said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I'm thinking, if it's say it's not blood related, but it is you have to be part of the family.
Mm-hmm.
But they have said that it has to be blood related. Mm-hmm. But now we find out that actually this adopted kid also got it. They are definitely not blood related, but they have it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just said that what if? They've just said that all of. Because since it's always in the family, it's a proof that yes, it's our bloodline. Where it doesn't have to be. We don't know if it is, but yeah,
it's more nurture than nature.
Yeah. They could be born in season, so they're the same age. Yeah, that's when we talked about the age thing.
Yes.
That was about to record a video. It's the hour when I do that. I wanted to stop by and show some support. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the idea of the person going on this quest isn't necessarily a young person. It could be a late bloomer, that they are 30 or something. Yeah.
True.
Yeah, because...
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Yeah. No, but yeah, we can decide when it... we can decide when it happens, basically.
Yeah.
I think we're getting to the strategy of what order to do it and the waking up with a power. Yeah.
And then you become the avatar. Yes, Del.
Yes.
That happened yesterday too. And we haven't seen it.
I think we need to fill that gap in our education. Another variation could be they wake up with fire one morning, then they need to use the fire to do the fire trial.
That's a word.
To stabilize it. Next you wake up with ice power, etc. Yeah, that's also a version.
Sorry, what?
I
looked up Avatar.
You wake up with the fire power, and then now I have to go to the fireplace to do the fire trial. And then
so you wake up you keep waking up, and with that being directed where to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that too.
Although I very much like what you said about being different power.
Yeah.
Waking up with a power is fun because what if you wake up and still nothing? It can help with creating suspense just by the fact that the character will know after they wake up next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I jumped over the volcano, didn't die, touched the rock, didn't die, but did I actually get firepower? Who knows?
Yeah, don't know until you wake up next time.
Yeah.
How do you sleep that night?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just trudge around for 3 days, not getting any rest. And you're I still don't know if I have the firepower or not. And they're just go to bed. I can. When do I wake up in a fiery inferno?
Yeah. If you wake up, you have power, but never realize you got it. Because the power to speak any language, but because anyone else speaks the same tongue, they never...
I like that.
I like it, yeah.
That's in a way a useless superpower until you know you have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Adopted kids, yay. Yes. if we do that, we're gonna need the
sensitivity
readers.
Yeah.
So yeah. The family knows the kid was not blood related, but the people in the kingdom don't. So it's only doing the quest to keep up appearances.
Ah.
Yeah.
They have to be sent off. The people know that, but no one expects them to come back with the power. Powers, plural.
Yeah. Okay, but I
like how we're not writing any of this down.
I was just gonna say now we are at the end of the chat, at least as far as we can see.
Yep.
And I think we have sort of made the decisions here. I'm gonna edit this ritual. Okay, so what this actually is a thing.
It is.
Okay, so do we like the okay, first of all,
stop looking at Avatar. Yes, got it.
Yes, help me out here instead.
Yes.
So the thing is the oldest kid in the generation wakes up one day with
a tingling. That's puberty. Okay.
Yes, with a power, some sort of power. We'll specify later. That is a call to
quest.
To do the quest. They have. We say 6 months. We can change that, but to
complete it and go to all the places and harness all the powers.
The quest is to go to each elemental territory and gain that elemental power.
Sorry, now I'm just picturing like, because what we say here is like, it happens the oldest kid when they're 18, and then if they fail, it's when the next kid reaches 18, right?
Yes.
This can't happen to you when you're like 12.
No. Well, we don't know that.
No, but I'm just picturing this like scrawny little kid, barely fits into their clothes, and their first trial is the metal trial, and that's trial by combat, and they're just like, I can't even pick up the sword.
Well, in that case, they've probably gotten the power of super strength or something. So
fine, okay.
The quest is to go to each elemental territory, complete the trial there, and gain that elemental power. The trial might kill you.
Getting the power might kill you, or like, yeah.
Yeah, if... wait a minute. The power you got...
will help with your first quest.
Yeah.
First trial, or, yeah.
Will help with the first trial. Different...
For different people.
Powers and trials and order of trials.
Because it's not even like, oh, my first one was fire. No, my first one was water. But when I as water come to the fire one, I'm not going to do the same thing you did.
No.
There's a lottery system of which one you get.
Yeah. Yeah. And bye, Dal.
Bye, Dal.
Thank you for being here, and thank you for helping, and for thinking this is fun.
Yay!
Different parish.
Yeah.
Different powers and trials and order of trials for each person.
And whatever you gain, whatever power you're supposed to gain, will help in your next trial.
Yeah. The trial... Where am I at? Yeah, it does that. This is not the... greatest.
You have a lot of breaks, but no.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yes.
There you go. The trial might kill you.
Mm-hmm.
If you survive it,
You still might die.
um,
I really should work in like advertising. I really
yes,
should.
you touch a relic or something,
Mm.
gain the power.
I'd also kill you.
Or survive and get no power.
Hmm.
You will know the next morning or
Hmm.
the next time you wake up
Dun, dun, dun.
if you have the power
Hmm.
or not.
Mm.
If you do, you go on to the next trial.
Mm.
If you don't, the next person in the generation,
Oh.
yeah, wakes up with their own newfound power
Mm.
and goes on the quest.
2 questions.
Yeah.
1, if you fail, do you still have till you're 6 months into it for someone else to manage, or are you doomed to die?
No, I'm thinking that once you have survived the trial, you are safe from dying, even if you don't.
You
like-
know a rule. Okay.
Yeah.
Secondly,
Yeah.
If you fail and the next person in your generation wakes up, do they wake up with the power that you got? Like, no, we didn't want it to be easy. No, but I'm thinking like, oh, I woke up with water power. I went to the fireplace to extinguish something and I failed.
Mhm.
Do you wake up with firepower? So that the thing where I failed becomes your first? No? No, because then you should have water power. Never mind. I don't know. I didn't think that through.
Cool. If you haven't seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, I highly recommend the series. I've heard that. I've been wanting to watch it, so
I have found
I'm
it
gonna have to
for purchase
cool.
for a reasonable price. So
Cool.
Yeah.
I just want to say that could be a powerful opening. The MC waking up with powers and knowing that yesterday the person who was on the quest has died. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that could be if it's guaranteed that you either survive or get. Oh, that is so scary though.
What?
That is so scary though. If okay, so the trial might kill you.
Yeah.
If you survive, you touch a relic or something to gain the power. You might die from this too, or survive and get no power.
Mm-hmm.
If we say that no, you either die or you get a power,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't know it until the next time you wake up. So when you fall asleep that night, you know that either you're gonna die and never wake up again,
Mhm.
or you're gonna wake up with this power, and you have no way of knowing which one.
And you have a chance to go through that 9 times.
Yeah,
Mm.
that is so terrifying. I love it.
I knew you would. I knew you would.
Do you?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes. I went somewhere else for that, but yes.
Where did you go with that?
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? No. That you were somehow absorbed into the thing that you touched. Which is also terrifying. I don't know. I didn't fully think it through.
Okay.
Yeah. I like that though.
Yeah.
And that also, I mean, I'm not saying you will be able to tick off one of these challenges a day. You know, it's going to take time in between them.
Yeah.
But like when you wake up with powers, and like the first time you wake up and you're like, oh shit, I should go on this quest.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just, oh shit, I should go on this quest. It's also like, oh, this might be my last night of comfy sleep ever.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't know that.
And I'm gonna have nine chances to die.
Yes.
No, but yeah.
Yeah.
Do we like it?
I do.
Does the chat like it?
I think AV does. AV does. That was a squeak. I'm sorry, I'm so squeaky.
That's okay.
Squeaky, squeaky.
Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky.
I like that though. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, if you don't know what lies ahead.
Yeah.
Now.
Well, cool. So you might die.
And that's also the only way for people to know that you've died too.
Yeah.
Someone else wakes up with the power and you're just dead in the woods somewhere. Or in a volcano. Or a thing of ice. Should ice be a power?
I don't know.
Now I'm thinking Pokemon again.
Yeah, AV likes it.
I'm glad it was your idea.
Yes. And you're right, it's quite terrifying. Great potential for a lot of emotions, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Um,
I'm also curious though, like, is this, when you wake up with the power, do you have to leave alone? Do you get to bring people with you? Do you, like, because someone said, was that Violet? Said that you have to go, like, if you get fire power, you have to go to the fire part first to sort of not neutralize, like stabilize your power somehow. But like, do you go alone, or do you get to bring a fellowship, or a friend, or a llama?
It is in fact the case that you have to bring a llama.
Luckily, our MC is a llama farmer.
Or a llama shapeshifter.
You don't just have to bring a llama, you have to be a llama. Go against the
Be
grain.
the llama.
Be the llama.
Yes.
I mean, okay, question.
Uh-huh.
Okay, question.
I'm sure it's a great question, not just okay.
No, but like, everyone that the history knows about who's come before to do this challenge has been fully human. You wake up and you can see in the dark, and so you can make it through the mist, and then you harness those powers, and then you can so on. The shapeshifter has an advantage, because not only do they wake up and in this example can see in the dark, they can also shapeshift.
Yeah.
I can shapeshift into a cat and have extra good night vision.
Yeah.
Owl would be a better animal. I need to sprint to make the jump over this volcano. I'm now a jaguar. You know?
Although I imagine that would also mean that the trials are going to be more difficult because I think
that person.
Yeah, because I think the trials, like, they magically happen and they magically put themselves so they are like just on the edge of being too dangerous for this person.
I mean, it has to be a challenge. You can't be like, oh, just skip over this puddle. Yay! Here's the reward.
Yeah.
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 I like that though.
Yeah.
And that also means that they've completed the most difficult challenges.
Yeah.
In the history of challenges.
So they're more worthy than anyone else. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just gonna fix this. You might die from this too. The next. It happens overnight. Or you wake up with power. If you don't, you go yeah.
AV saying maybe you could bring people because the NC is a bit of an outsider. Nobody wants to come with, and so only the best friend. I'm not thinking the MC would go with a whole band of people, and I am also thinking that there should be some sort of rule about like the people who come with you can't interfere, but that some people try that. Like, I brought a couple soldiers. What, you mean they can't fight?
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking that I don't think there can really be a rule about you have to go alone, partially because it wouldn't be a very fun story.
No.
And partially because, I don't know. But Violet was saying, I like better if multiple are doing it together, like two cousins helping each other, but one is a secret shifter. You mean like two... In that case, we're going back to not just one person is doing this at a time. So both of these two cousins have woken up with a power,
Mm-hmm.
but then they have to have woken up with the same power, and they have to go in the right order. Or the case is that one of these cousins has woken up with a power, the other one wants to come with and do what they can to help, because A, want my cousin to survive, and B, otherwise I would get it next.
I had an idea.
Yeah?
What if, I mean, they know who's going to wake up the next time.
Yeah.
Okay, but okay, it doesn't quite work what we said, but just bear with me. I know that it's my turn to wake up. Like, tomorrow's my 18th birthday. If we go with that instead.
Yeah.
It's my 18th birthday tomorrow. I'm going to wake up with a power. I wake up. I have no power.
Mm-hmm.
I bring my cousin, friend, shapeshifter, stable boy person. Because, I mean, I need all the help I can get to do this without powers, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's my turn, but I got no powers. And then it turns out that they got the powers that I was supposed to have. Yeah, no. I like that they get to bring a friend or two. Like,
I mean, I think they get to bring however many people they want, but maybe the however many people you bring, you are the only one who can do the trial.
Yeah.
The other people don't get a chance to help. Again, magic.
Yeah. Is there a cap on how many llamas you can bring?
No. Why would there be a cap on llamas?
Exactly. They would look really cute with a cap on. They already look really cute.
Yes.
The one wakes with the power, the other is a shifter and pretends to also have power. They're the same age. Maybe. But the MC was supposed to be a shifter, right? That's what we've been.
Yeah.
No.
We can change our mind, but yeah.
Cool. But yeah, then you either sleep or you don't. Or you either wake up or you don't, rather.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, and you need to complete all of the trials and harness all of the powers.
Yeah.
To become ruler.
Yeah.
Does this happen when the ruler is already dead? No, it just happens at your 18th birthday or whatever.
Yeah.
And then if you succeed, you're fifth in line, but you succeed, then when the ruler dies, you will ascend the throne.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Because this also means that the ruler, the current ruler that doesn't like shapeshifters has powers.
Yep.
Which may or may not be important. Huh?
Does the ruler have... Because the ruler then has powers, like you said.
Yeah.
Does the ruler have any say or any ability to affect the trials? Like, oh, it's my favorite grandchild coming through. Just give them an easy one. You know, because I want them to be king or queen or ruler.
I mean, in that case, it has to be the elementals that set, like, a person has to set up the trials. Which, again, I was thinking that it would just magically happen.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But I don't know.
No, me neither. I just want our MC to, like, make friends along the way.
Yeah.
Set up with just the one friend and then come back with 4 and like, yeah, I made these. It's not... I made them from mud and fire. No?
Okay.
What were you thinking?
I was saying that maybe we're moving in a little bit too much into plotting right now.
Maybe. I have a question, though, that goes with this. What about the powers? What powers can you wake up with? Is that something we should figure out at this point?
I don't know, because if everyone gets different powers, we only need to figure out what our MC gets.
True.
I'm thinking in future world building we might have to go further into this, but right now,
just to keep it
yeah.
brief. Yeah. I mean, we seem like seeing in the dark and going to the mist seems to be a thing. But
yeah, but seeing in the dark would make more sense with ground going in
tunnels.
Caves and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I could do that.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know me all that well, I love puns. It's like my favorite thing. And now I'm picturing, I know you said that it was set up magically,
Mhm.
but I'm picturing an actual person, like an actual evaluator at each of these trials. Just like, you slipped on the thing, you got an 8 out of 10, sort of. Even if they don't share that score with the person. And I just had like, oh, you're in the tunnels and there's a trial and there's an evaluator and he's just throwing out rock puns. Yeah, look at my rock hard abs and yeah, that's all I had. That's the only pun I had.
Cool.
Yeah, I love puns.
Yeah.
But that's a good start. I will say we've been going for an hour and 20 minutes now.
Yeah, I was just I wanted to move on from this one.
Yeah. I'm gonna have my last cookie.
You do that. Because then I feel like we have the quest.
Mm-hmm.
Not in detail, but this is the gist of it. This is what's going to be the plot, basically. The main character is going to be going through this trial. So that's good. And then the question is, we have done the trial. Do we go into just briefly elementals, what they are, where something like that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
sure. You had them as their own article, right?
Yes.
Is that what they're called? Article?
Yeah.
But do you have one for just air elementals and fire elementals and so on? Or do you have like elementals as a whole?
I have for each... where do I go? Edit article. There we go. Air elementals.
Okay. And here we talked about them being just click something. Half human and half something else.
Yeah, half human, half eagle is what I've written here that we've said. And honestly, I don't know if we need to know much more than that at the time.
No, I mean, if we're making a decision that the elementals control their element, period.
Yeah.
So air elementals can make wind happen and storms happen, I suppose.
Yeah.
And help, drift pollen to where it needs to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then maybe elementals is not where we should go.
No.
What do you guys think in the chat? What do we need to world build now?
Cookies.
We know,
Cookies. No.
Yes. We know what the quest is now, which was the most important part.
We started on country and then we quickly moved on from that.
Yeah. Because the country... Really, the urge I have right now is to make a map, since it's going to be a quest thing and they're going to travel to different places.
Yeah. Do you have an online map making?
That's the thing. I figured we weren't going to make a map this...
you might want to stop sharing the screen for a while when you find this.
Sure.
You don't have to, but I was thinking also something that I saw somewhere about something. Does the current ruler actually have to hate shapeshifters? Because right now that's not the problem for the MC. The problem for the MC is that they've now been magically chosen, despite lack of bloodline, to do this quest to try to become ruler.
Yeah.
That will not be affected by whether or not the current ruler likes or dislikes shapeshifters. Right?
No, but it depends. Like, it could bring an outside problem. Like, MC has the problem. Oh no, I woke up with powers. I have to go through these quests now. But also, current ruler doesn't want me to.
Yeah.
Current ruler sends people after me to try to stop me.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, because the reason I asked, first of all, was because I was like, we've said that, but we could remove that because it doesn't have to be central to the plot. But what you said, what if not only is the MC trying to make it through these challenges, he's also being, or she, they, being hunted by the Royal Army, and the Royal Army is trying to kill him because our ruler doesn't want you to rule, they want someone else to rule, and you keep succeeding in these challenges that you're not supposed to succeed in. And so that also means that they have an extra challenge of survival and even less interest in sleeping. But also, maybe the elementals actually start helping them. They're like, no, but this is not a fair challenge. It's not fair if you're being hunted down. The trial is the trial, and if you succeed that, then magic decides what happens, you know? Something. Also with like making friends and having a bigger fellowship.
Yes. Yeah, could be. Again, that's plotting though.
Sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, AV had the same thought. Country layout and geography. Politics with neighbors, maybe, if that's going to be important. We don't know that.
No.
But yeah. And Violet, that's a fair question. I assume you're asking about the elementals, if they're known or more legend, and really also how powerful are they? Would people because I assume regardless of if they're legend or not, people have to respect them.
Yes.
Because otherwise, these trials would be useless. But it is a good question of whether or not they are known or not.
And the worshipping part also makes sense. I mean, even if I think it's legend or religion or whatever, if I want my crops to thrive, then I worship, sacrifice to, pray to, whatever.
Yeah.
Probably earth, probably
plants.
Water and plants. And like there are.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, it could be part of their religion, sort of. The elementals are their gods. This would mean that elementals can't be very common, or at least they have to be hidden somewhere and also not want to rule the humans themselves, because they could easily do that if they're considered gods.
Wow.
So we could either then go with trying world building their religion, if this is a part of that, or map. I opened Incarnate now. I've never used it, so we could watch me learn that as well as
Sure.
Yeah. Because in real life, royals are said to be touched by the divine. Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, I like it too.
I also I didn't complete this thought either, but like that could also tie into why humans hate shapeshifters, because we have humans who are humans, and we have the elementals who are half human and half something else somehow. But shapeshifters can't be trusted. Shapeshifters are the abomination.
Yeah.
Because they can fake being anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
That would make sense.
That would make sense. Okay, guys.
I did a thing. I made sense.
Yes.
I did a help.
Putting to a vote. Do we do map or do we do religion? Since we're now talking about that.
Yeah. Bearing in mind, you're probably only going to stream for another half hour to an hour.
Yeah. So we're probably only going to have time for one of them today.
Yeah, I mean, might not finish, whichever one we start, but that's fine. Are you able to save the maps?
I mean, I haven't made any maps yet.
No. But, yeah.
So, map or religion? I'm going to make sure that I can do either while you guys discuss that.
Waiting dance. No, nope, nothing. Okay.
Yeah, we have in the other.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Violet says map and Avi says either way works.
So
and
map them.
You guys are the only ones being active right now, so anyone who's quiet,
just enjoy it.
Enjoy watching me struggle with Incarnate. Then I suppose. Gonna share this and see if I can make it a bit bigger. No, that is not what I wanted to make bigger.
It's fine. It's a tiny country anyway. Whee!
Okay, is this
wow.
good enough?
That's a lot of maps.
Yes.
Or a lot of details to a map, rather.
So we're choosing a style, first of all. What do we want the map to look like?
Ooh, fancy.
Yes.
I mean, this is sort of what I'm thinking.
Now,
Wow, that loaded slowly.
that's very slow. I'm gonna close down a few of these.
I like how I hear the clicking before I see you click.
Yes. So we got that. We got that. And we got another slow one.
Ooh, fancy.
And we got that. Okay, but
I like the one that looked like an island.
yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you guys think? I also like this one. So actually, I'm just gonna go with this one. Aspect ratio, landscape.
I mean, you don't have Pro, do you? So.
Huh?
You don't have Pro, do you?
I do not. No. True.
So landscape.
Cool. Landscape. That's great. Initializing.
You can easily place a hill on a house. Okay. Don't think it said you can place a hill on a house. Ooh, okay. Can you make a star shape? I think it's freehand, but
yes.
I want it to look like a star. And then we used to have our 5 regions.
Cool. Violet is saying a peninsula.
I hope that you would know. I know the word, but
I know the word.
Peninsula.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And island also works. Yeah. I mean, I don't really know how to. Whee.
Look at your lakes. You made lakes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Looks a little bit like a butterfly, doesn't it?
For a second, it looked like a uterus, but now it looks like a butterfly.
A lot of coastline, yes.
Mm.
And then the question is, have I just made a continent, or have I made the country, and does the country look like this as an island? This doesn't really look very natural, does it?
Yeah, that's a good question too. And how large is it?
Yes.
I like the smiley face.
Yep. And if I want more coastline, then a couple more like that. Like that, maybe.
No, like that. Looks like a pretzel.
Yeah. I think Peninsula was 7 larger islands nearby. Yeah, fair enough. I can subtract. How do I do? Can I just... Okay. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to remove all the things and start over.
You missed the spot.
I am so sorry. And add. Okay. Let's say that the map goes, this is like a mainland sort of area, let's say. And then
I like that it fills in the border and gets a little,
the
border gets lighter.
Yeah. I know what I'm doing.
Starting to look a bit bad.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Well, it's tricky. I usually go for, I take a map, like either I take a regular map and I just the last thing I did was I took a map and then I found a small island. And then I zoomed that up and used that coastline to be the coastline of a continent instead.
Okay.
which is a great way of doing it. There's either that or there's the macaroni thing.
I can throw some macaroni on your screen if you want to. We can spray with hairspray first, and then throw pasta and see if it sticks.
I think maybe not.
Okay. I just want the records to show that I have ideas and suggestions.
Okay.
They're just not necessarily good.
Do you want to do this?
I really do not, but I can try. Want to swap sides?
Sure, let's do that.
Okay.
One moment.
I'm gonna bring my cookie. Ooh, what about your tea?
It's cold.
Okay, your tea is cold.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, now I'm over here. Hi, that's where the camera is. Okay. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. Okay. Like, putting that back on. Never took it off. Oh, your chair. Oh, wow. Oh, it's over there. Wow, this is confusing. Okay. Okay, so pick a shape. Wow, it's so weird with all the screens. You have 3 screens.
I do have 3 screens, yes.
Ah. Okay. Okay. Pick a shape. Any shape.
Rainbow.
How is that shaped?
I don't know.
What about if we do this? And then we add that. That's a start.
Yes.
And then we go to the freehand. And I hit it. Okay. I hit it. I have to hit it. No hexagon.
Can we just, I want to, like, can't we just get a randomly generated map? Wouldn't that just be easier?
Can I search for it?
Yeah.
I mean, I've done that actually.
Yeah, I've done that too, but I
Yeah.
don't remember how or where or why or what.
Google it, and then you find places.
We could swap again, because I could also be doing this.
Look, look, see? A map with names. This is not what I've used before. Okay, swap back.
Swap back.
It's our daily exercise.
Yes. We're not doing the timer dance, so
Exactly.
we're swapping.
Hello.
Hello.
Did you miss me? Got lights and wets.
Yeah, you do that. There has been an update. That's good. The arrow for options.
I mean, true. Yeah. This map is a little too islandy for me. Maybe.
Pure landmass.
Sure.
Provinces. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, I mean we can try again and just see what's better.
Yeah.
This is too non-islandy for me. I'll try a few more times.
That one I kind of like.
Uh-huh. And then where are we at?
I have no idea. I mean, here we have some. I mean, we just do this, zoom in, and this is the map, for example.
Yeah.
Here are some. Violet suggested that the shapeshifters could be islanders.
Mm-hmm.
There are islands here.
There are islands.
I found them.
Yeah. Where can I click? Oh, I can edit coastline. Cool. I don't want to do that. But I mean, we could use this peninsula, or maybe we can move these islands around so they're a little closer or smaller or elsewise.
Sure. I like when my islands are elsewise. It's like my favorite.
Yeah. Okay, but then we... Yeah, I saw Ivy, you had the same idea. You saw the same bit that I did. Okay, so this is our map.
Yeah.
And now the question is, I wonder, I actually maybe do this. I'm gonna print screen it. Open up Photoshop, because Photoshop I know how to deal with.
Good for you. I do not.
And then I'm going to change what I am Just a moment. A new one. I'll do that.
You're still sharing the Chrome, just so
I know.
No?
I don't want
Okay.
to share this yet.
Okay. Waiting dance, waiting dance. Do, 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 do. So how are you all doing? While Marcus is clicking around. Everyone doing okay? Oh, okay. I hope fine.
Yes. So here we have a start. And then I'm thinking, then we're thinking of this is sort of the human.
Point better. I don't know where this is.
I'm sorry.
The pink bit. No?
Yes. Keep dancing and I will.
Waiting dance, waiting dance. Do, 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 do. I don't know what my hands doing, but they're very stiff. I'm sinking on my chair too.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I just slid. Again, hope everyone's fine. No idea what's going on.
This is going on.
Sure, Marcus.
Hello.
Yes, okay. Okay, that's better. Yes.
It's a bit too big for me, but maybe like that is better.
What did you change?
Okay, now I'm not allowed to do that.
I mean, I've only
that's
ever seen the
useless.
cursor.
How?
I don't know what you did, but I've only ever seen the cursor.
Yes, I was trying to change the size of the cursor.
It's fine.
We will figure things out.
Yes.
So, I know what you can see.
Yeah, we can see you marking that.
Yeah. Maybe actually, if I do this, I can do nothing.
So glad you know Photoshop.
I do know Photoshop, but I've never shared it before. Anyway, here we have a landmass.
Yes.
And are we thinking then that this all of the places that they have to go is in this country?
That depends. Is this country the only country with elementals?
Probably not.
I don't know.
Because it would be a bit complicated if they were like, we had to leave the country and go everywhere.
No.
There's also the chance that maybe this is actually this is the continent.
Yeah.
Instead.
Yeah.
And this.
Let's not do maps right now.
Yeah, maybe not actually,
No.
because I would have liked to be better prepared for that.
No.
Violet did suggest a little while ago while we were running around, I assume that maybe we do religion now instead. And if that's okay by you guys, maybe we'll do religion now, because then I know what I'm doing almost. So we need to figure out some other way of doing the map.
Yeah.
Bits. Maybe if I play around a little bit and incarnate until next time.
That's fine. I mean, for me, it's fine if you make a mock-up map, just like the shape of it.
Yeah.
And then we can play around like, oh, this is where this territory goes, and this is where that territory goes.
Yeah.
I do have a question though.
Yeah.
Should we jump into religion now, when we're probably about to end the stream soon? We could. I'm just thinking so we don't get 4 decisions into it and then we're like, oh, we're never gonna go.
Well, I'm thinking maybe we can at least make the
religion.
Make the religion.
Okay.
Write down what we've thought about it so far, because we do have a little bit.
That's fine. I'm just thinking so we don't get sucked into anything or vice versa.
Huh?
No.
Okay, I'm just gonna find religion. How do I create a religion? Conflict, document, item, spell, tradition.
Tradition?
No, religion. There we go.
Nej.
They have a religion.
I'm glad.
Yes.
What is Mudkip doing behind you? Plant.
Yeah. He's looking at the plant.
Okay. Yeah.
Religious, organized religion. Okay, sharing the screen again. Religion.
Yes.
Okay. So what we have said sort of about the religion so far is that elementals are worshipped.
Yes.
Because they grant the ruler their power, even if that's not actually what's happening, but and so the ruler is it's sort of a thing. The ruler can't be questioned because they were chosen by the gods, i.e. the elementals. Elementals are worshipped gods. And then maybe not, I'm thinking then that then maybe not individual gods, but rather the elementals are manifestations of
God.
the godlike power of like the elementals. Okay, I'm thinking like this. There is a god of fire. And that god of fire sometimes manifests as a fire elemental. So that fire elemental is not the god of fire, but it is an aspect of the god of fire and is worshipped as such. Yeah? So the religion then has 9 gods.
Yeah. Well, did we decide about ice?
We did not. Do we want ice to be its own elemental, or
do you want an odd or even number? It's also a good question.
Yeah.
We could also remove one that we have and replace it with ice. That works.
Yeah. Because all of the others, let's see. I'm thinking which of these things are its own thing. Water is its own thing. Air is its own thing. Fire is its own thing. So is earth. Mist, however, is water.
Yeah.
Just in the air.
True. Mist could go.
Yeah. Smoke is a byproduct of fire.
Yeah. So it could technically go.
Yeah. Electric is its own thing, I want to say.
Plant, I could connect with earth. But it feels like earth is both plants and rock.
Yeah, I'm thinking, my thinking of how to, like, the difference between them is that earth is like the dead parts of the earth.
Okay.
It's the dirt, it's the rock. Whereas plants are, that's the plants that grow out of them. I think of them as two different things, but
yeah, no, that could work. Although I want to say that dirt isn't dead, but
it depends on how you see it.
And metal is its own thing too.
Yeah.
So if you possibly remove mist and smoke.
Yeah.
Right.
But then we shouldn't bring ice because ice is also water.
It's water, yeah.
So in that case, they would have 7 gods instead.
Which is a good, odd fantasy number.
It's a very traditional number.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If elementals are half human, do pure elementals exist? And in that case, are they godlike?
Maybe.
Why are you asking good questions?
I mean, maybe the gods. the gods are pure water, pure fire, pure whatever, and their sort of middleman is.
Yeah, because then the if we think in terms of the question is, maybe the god doesn't have a form other than fire.
Exactly.
Fire is a part of the body of the god of fire.
And this also makes sense then if like the elementals don't grant the power,
Yeah.
but like the elementals are sort of worshippers.
I'm thinking the elementals are rather more some kind of a messenger from the god.
Okay.
They're like angels.
Yeah. Okay.
No?
Yeah. But then like you don't actually plead with the elementals, you plead with the god to get the power. No?
I don't know if you
Plead is the wrong word, but it's the god that grants the power, not the elementals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's my thinking. Then it's the god that creates the trials.
Mm-hmm.
And what you do eventually is, once you've completed a trial, you touch a relic, or maybe you don't even do anything. You just complete the trial, and then maybe you have the power, or maybe don't.
Yeah.
And then
It's the god that grants you the power.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the elementals are maybe not worshipped as gods, but rather worshipped as the messengers from the gods.
Yeah, you still want to stay in a good foot with them.
Yeah.
Oh.
And yeah, I don't know maybe what why the shrugging wants to be very specific and say that this is a man that shrugs.
No, and it
or
was,
a woman.
It was the opposite sign yesterday.
Yeah.
So I think it's just confused.
Okay, so instead of elementals are worshipped like gods, elementals are worshipped as messengers, manifestations.
Yeah. Middleman.
Messengers of
Saints, Violet is suggesting.
their gods. Yeah, maybe like saints. Although saints are more.
They did their own thing too.
They're humans who have been granted sainthood. That would be more, maybe the ruler is considered a saint because it's been granted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
So the religion. Do we go with 7 or 9? AV said that 7 is a good number, but 9 is also a good number.
I say 7. Remove mist and smoke.
Yeah.
Have distinctive elements.
Yeah. As 7 gods, each element is a god.
Yeah.
As
each elemental is a god. That's what that says.
Oops.
That's a lot of.
Yes. Each element is a god. So a flame is part of the god of fire.
So if I light a candle as a human, that's thanks to the fire god.
Yeah, when you want to light a fire, the god of fire grants you a little piece of themselves as this is a fire. Was my thinking.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I
like it.
I am bleeding. I'm gonna have to go and fix that.
Oh. Cuticle?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm back over here now. Marcus can tend to his own wounds. Okay, where are we? So flame is part of the god. So weird to be all over the place. And the chat is over there. I'm very confused. Yes. Battle wounds, yes. Something between a prophet, angel, and saint. Yeah, a holy being of some sort. I agree. Flame is part of the god of fire. Ooh, I'm adding things. Fire, I can spell. So the ones that we have then. Where are all of your tabs, Marcus? Where are all of your tabs? There we go. Or maybe we already did this. Shh, don't question me. It's fine. It's fine. So they're like that. We're going to remove mist and smoke. Do we now have 7 or do we suck at math? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7. Okay. Yes. How do you work with all these screens, Marcus? Okay, so what could an electric elemental, that's the word, be? What could they do? What could they look like? Yeah, I was also thinking yesterday, I thought electric eel. Then we have 2 water, though. Mermaids are also water. I help.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna go again. Give Marcus back all his 15 screens.
Have they multiplied?
No.
Okay. So we're looking at what they look like.
I kind of panicked. So, yes.
Okay.
I just transferred what we had and then removed mist and smoke.
But yeah, I mean, electric eel,
I think it would be smoother if we made one on our own, like a Pikachu or something.
Yes.
Love it.
Yeah. I mean, they don't have to be half human, half animal, all of them.
That's true also.
They could be I'm thinking we probably want them all to have some sort of humanoid look.
Yeah, qualities.
Yeah. But the electric ones could be more of a like a humanoid shape, but
So that's a sheep.
yes, a humanoid sheep.
There are Pokemon like that.
Electric snake, yes.
Similar to electric eel, I must say. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but like if we say that they look human, but they have lightning for hair and something, I don't know.
I mean, being entirely honest, the metal turtles are not very humanoid. But yeah. I mean, let's combine what Violet said and what you just said, Marcus.
Uh-huh.
Have a Medusa with electric snakes for hair.
I mean,
Yep.
yeah. Yeah, but like if we were to, that's not where I want to be. This is where I want to be. If we were to say that water, they are mermaids, but maybe instead of traditional mermaids, or
reverse mermaids.
Not reverse mermaids.
Uh-huh.
But I'm thinking like I mean that's a bad example, but no, but they still have a fishtail.
Yeah.
But they also have like fins, like a back fin maybe, and like
and gills and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the air ones.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's me. I know exactly on the.
Yeah, I was looking at electric elemental could just look human but contain electricity.
So it's me in the winter season then, with all the static that I.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Be easier to blend in with ordinary humans for them. Yeah, true.
Ooh, Minotaurs.
Yeah.
Here we have, this is a book that I got Marcus for Christmas, which is called The Resurrectionist, by E.B. Hudspeth. Don't put me on that.
Cool.
It's basically half a fictional story and then half anatomical sketches of non-real creatures.
Yeah.
Here we have a siren, for example,
Yeah.
who has extra fins and stuff,
Yeah.
but still humanoid, mostly humanoid on top. And then you get like how their skeleton will look and stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah.
You haven't read it yet, though.
I have not, no.
I figured I would look in here. Oh wow! I didn't know it was this detailed. For the same creature, we have 15 pages. We have their skeleton. We have what their lungs look like. We have what different parts of them are called. We have their muscle structure. This is really cool from like anatomy.
Yeah.
But I figured, I mean, that's an example. We have sphinxes as well, which we're not really into. For this.
Yeah, it's a really cool book. I don't really, I haven't read it yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. I hope
And I agree. Some elementals could be more or less humans. More or less human.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking that if all of them, for the purpose of religion, if all of them have a like all of them have some sort of human features.
Yeah.
Because then it would make sense for the religion to think that this is an aspect, like this is the God trying to create something that looks human to better communicate with us.
Yeah.
But again, some of them look more human and some of them look less human.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
So then the water ones, they are humans with fish characteristics.
Yeah.
The air ones are humanoid-looking creatures, but with wings.
Yeah.
The fire, I still like scales, and why not give them scales?
Yeah. No, I like scale. Scales, just the one.
Yes.
Each of the fire ones has one scale somewhere on their body.
Cool.
They blend in the easiest with other humans.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they have scales and a tail, and they breathe fire. And the earth one, maybe then like humanoid, but with, I mean, if they're rock and ground, like the skin with more rock texture, or trying to think of, maybe their skin just looks more like a rock than skin.
More so than them being half fox, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
And electric, like we said, looking more human, but
it crackles when they walk by.
Yeah, I mean, sort of.
Yeah.
And plants. Yeah.
Yeah. Leaves for hair.
Yeah.
And so on. Yeah.
Yeah. And metal, like, yeah, I mean, similar to Earth, if they have metal on their bodies, metal scales, maybe metal skin. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Should you change some of what we've written then, though? Whatever.
Maybe. Maybe earth elementals. There could be some with rock-like skin.
Ooh.
Some have sand. Yeah.
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 Yeah. True. They don't all have to look the same.
Yeah, and like some have like gray rock, and some have marble, and yeah.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah. Okay, so Earth, humanoid with
rock characteristics.
Specifically skin.
Yeah. Close to skin that's affected.
Yeah. Gray rock, sandy, marble, other rock variations.
Yeah. What about gemstones?
Yeah. Also gemstones.
Okay.
I mean, that could be a case of like maybe like their eyes are gemstones. Maybe.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, brain, though, for making that. Oh, that means the nymphs can have like berries for eyes.
I mean,
Might look quite scary.
uh-huh. But yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Or they just have gems in their skin, like
Yeah,
as part of the skin.
yeah. And then the question is, can they like, can they control that? And like now, I want my hand to be covered with rubies. I'm gonna grow some rubies, or is it more like I naturally have rubies on my chest?
I don't know. If they can control it, it shouldn't be a sudden change.
No,
They should have to, like you said, grow them, or like, because they're not shapeshifters.
no,
They shouldn't be able to change their looks fast.
yeah.
But I kind of like the like that it's.
I mean, it could be more rather, yeah. It could be a thing of like, you start out. Say everyone start out with, oh yeah, gemstones as birthmarks. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start out with. Maybe you start out with.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It just looks like you lost your train of thought.
Yes, but like, maybe it's a case of I grow up, like I am a earth elemental.
Mhm.
I am born in a cave that is normal, boring, gray rock.
Mhm.
This is what I'm made of.
Mhm.
As I grow, either it changes based on what I want, or it changes based on something else.
Mhm.
And then I grow into a marble
Mhm.
one.
Is it possible? I mean, this only really works then for rock and plant, as far as I can think of it right now, at least.
Uh-huh.
But like, if I am rock and I grow gemstones, can I part with them without chopping off my arm? I mean, like, can they fall off? Can it be like teeth and they fall out and I grow a new set of teeth as I age, and then these gemstones can be used for something? And with plants, that could be seeds.
Yeah.
Just a thunk. Also, fine, Violet. Fine. You can have your reverse mermaid.
Cool. Yeah.
Just a thought. But either way, they have gemstones somewhere. Sometimes.
Yes.
Maybe they grow.
Yeah.
The air then has wings.
Yes. Humanoid with wings, and here also like colors of feathers, and like maybe they have also feathers in some other parts of their bodies and not just the wings.
Yeah.
Feathers. Different colors, either by,
No, you just use the American spelling of colors, and I'm offended.
I'm sorry. I use the American spellings of most things.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, some air elementals have eagle-like wings.
Some more like parrots or sparrows or
Yeah. Mermaids.
Do we just actually remove mermaids and say humanoid?
Humanoid, yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't remove mermaids.
Humanoid with
fishtail.
Fish.
No.
Sticks.
Gills.
Tails. Gills.
Scales.
Scales.
Kelp for hair. No, but
fins. That's the yeah.
Batman is an air elemental.
Okay.
Because of the wings. Or I don't think he could with them.
Sure.
The fire one then is humanoid. Yeah, what we put in the second half, basically, in the parentheses.
Yeah.
But humanoid is not human.
Humanoid with scales.
wings with tail and potentially fire breath.
Reptilian tail, fire breath. I like fire breath. Otherwise, there's nothing fiery about reptilian. I mean, I'm thinking that these are sort of like salamanders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. We did earth.
Yeah.
And
Electric.
I mean, just very, very static. Too much rubber and plastic.
A humanoid with some sort of electricity.
Oh.
Huh?
No, I just pictured it like their veins.
Yeah.
Are
electricity for blood.
Kind of. Yeah. And like the zigzag veins that are like illuminated or something. I like that.
I like it too.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I did good.
Yes.
Please do, Violet. Please do write your own version of the story. I'm sure there'll be the next time.
Yes. I'd read it.
Huh?
I'd read it.
Yeah.
With plant.
Ooh.
Characteristics.
Yeah. And that could be so many different things.
Yeah.
It could be vines, it could be flowers, it could be...
Yeah, I'm thinking like
petals.
Bark skin.
Yeah.
And like leaves or grass or something for hair.
Mm.
I mean, it could be, like if they're... That would be so creepy, but if their limbs are vines, which means that they don't have joints, they can twist and turn however they yeah.
A bit like Groot then?
Yeah, but Groot has... He moves as if he has...
yeah, true. He has limbs and vines.
Yeah. Vines or branches for limbs.
Yeah. And we had the same thoughts. Yeah.
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 Oh yeah, the pattern on the skin. But yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
They should all have that pattern. What if a human gets struck by lightning and then leaves that pattern and like, I am now a holy person?
A holy person or a whole new person?
Holy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have a question. They're all humanoid.
Yeah.
They all live in their own territories, as far as we've understood. Maybe not all of them, but most of them do. What do we do? How do they react to clothing and private parts? And do they all have... Do they not care about it? Do they all have like...
I don't know. Should we finish this bit first? And then we'll talk about that.
Okay.
I like gave you suggestions. The plant elementals have a budding season where they bloom and like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, maybe maybe that's how they reproduce. That they grow little either seeds or pollen, but little flower buds that then get replanted and grow.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Extra hoarding springtime.
And then, like, do the pollen, like, do they grow from each other or do they grow from Earth? Like, do I grow my baby from my arm?
Yeah, and then I pluck it and then it grows without being planted.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And maybe it doesn't have to be planted. Maybe it grows until it's now it's its own thing.
Yeah.
And then
you pluck it and it's Yeah. I like it. They grow their babies. It's a pretty common reproductive way, yeah.
And then metal.
Yeah.
Humanoid. They're the only ones that like humans have to really try to imagine. Yeah, but that looks like a human thing, even though it's actually completely different from all things.
Looks like C-3PO.
Yeah. No, not even that. Like it looks like a turtle or something. But
then we're going with animal. which we haven't done any of it.
Yeah, I know, but that was the joke.
Okay, sorry. Say the joke.
No, but it was like everything else is humanoid. It has arms and legs. But this is the only thing that doesn't have arms and legs. And instead, they look like something completely different. Maybe not even an animal, but like, yeah.
Maybe, yeah. I also, like, with metal, we could do a lot. It doesn't have to be just like, iron. We could also have gold.
Yeah.
And silver. Those are the two metals that I know.
Cool. But do we go here as well with like they have metal skin, or do we go with something else?
Yeah. Are they humanoid at all, or are they just metal?
How would you see the difference between?
I have no idea. They're humanoids with metals somehow. Ooh, metal beetles.
Yeah, because that could be a thing. Like the humans believe that no one has ever seen a metal elemental.
No.
Because they've never seen a humanoid metal elemental, but the metal elementals are in fact. Humans just think that the metal beetles are an animal.
Yeah.
That lives somewhere.
Yeah.
When they are in fact the actual elementals.
Can you say metal elemental one more time?
Metal elemental.
Yeah.
I kind of like having this one thing that is not like the others.
Yeah. So they're not humanoid. They're beetles.
Do we go with beetle or do we go with the
turtle, beetle, something? They could be different. I don't know. Swordfish.
Of metal?
Sword.
Yes.
Funny.
You're super funny. I love you.
Me too.
Let's say beetles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also imagining that like the humanoid creatures are roughly human sized, maybe a little bit larger, maybe a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
And then we have beetles.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Metal beetles, they're that's exoskeleton, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for the list, AB.
Exoskeleton, different metals.
Now I'm just picturing someone making a ring out of one, like a ring, and then the gem is the metal beetle.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because then I imagine like humans don't they don't worship these beetles. These beetles are animals, and they're probably being like hunted for because precious metals and stuff. Yeah. Floating orbs like magnets. Now all I can think about are magnemites.
Too much Pokemon.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to say that I don't want to get too far into anything now.
I was just gonna say we're closing in on maybe we'll leave this now. I do like that this is. I do want to point out that we have not actually been working on the religion. We've been working on the elementals.
They're part of the religion.
Yes.
Yeah. It's religion adjacent.
Yes. But yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna save changes so that
they're saved.
They're saved.
What?
And then I think we're wrapping it up here.
Yeah.
But then we have figured out what the
quest is.
The quest is.
Yeah. A little bit about the hierarchy, the succession.
Yeah.
How that works.
Yeah. And a little bit about the religion and the elementals. And I feel like that's a pretty good.
That's a good amount to have done in 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Proud of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like you said, I guess we should cap it then.
Yeah.
On Saturday, we're back on my channel. We're back on Thursday. First of all, on Markus's channel for our normal Thursday.
Yeah.
Writing streams. We'll not be working on this. And then on Saturday, we're back on my channel again to do more brainstorming, plotting type stuff.
Yeah.
So if you're here and not subscribed to me and you want to be, I'm sure I'm linked down below. Otherwise, you can find me somewhere, somehow.
Yeah, you are linked down below.
Yeah.
Also, the next stream, the next plotting stream on Saturday is linked down below. Also, the next world building stream next Sunday is linked in case you want to just go there and click the remind me button to get a notification for when they are about to start.
Yeah. And I think you've also linked to our planning doc as well as to World Anvil.
Yes, the planning document. This document is linked down below. And we are going to also write a summary of this stream in this document. And the this world is linked down below. And I'm also going to edit what we have done now and put it into their places where they belong. So all of that is linked down below if you want to look at that and brainstorm a little. So maybe you have ideas to
throw at us on
throw at us
Saturday.
next week. Yeah. Thank you so much for being here. Especially thank you to Violet and Navy, who've been very active and giving us great ideas. Also, thank you to everyone else who's just been watching. And yeah,
it's a lot of fun to do this.
Yeah.
And have the audience participation and throw things and see what sticks, and have things thrown at us and see what sticks.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't see us doing this multiple times.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, good thing that we're doing this the entire month. So.
Hey. Ask me again in March, and we'll see.
Yeah. But yes, thanks everyone for being here, and I hope to see you on Thursday on my channel for a actual writing stream. Hope to see you on Saturday on Matilda's channel for a plotting stream, and next Sunday back here again for another world building stream. We will also maybe put out videos at some point. We do that sometimes, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Yes.
See you later.
Yes.